far western reaches of Scotland. These are the shores of the Outer Hebrides. Vistas seen by ancient Celts and Vikings. But in these dark, mysterious waters are unknown surprises. Some are ones of legend. Others you might never expect to find here. Angus Campbell made an unexpected discovery.
We first started seeing them in 2012. Looked like tuna, we weren't quite sure what they were.
Now, Angus runs a ferry line out to the Isle of St. Kilda, about 50 miles offshore. Lo and behold, Angus spotted tuna.
Quite hard to identify them. As you know, they're traveling really fast, and the only way we could look at them was just invest in some gear and try and see if they were there.
He Googled tuna fish a little bit. Angus went out, put some hooks in the water. What do you know? Caught Scotland's first rod and reel tuna fish.
It's quite exciting for us, you know, it's the biggest kind of fish we've ever caught and are likely to catch here in Scotland.
Here I sit in Scotland, waiting to meet Angus and his Scottish tuna.
Far from the traditional migration routes, tuna are appearing here. And that's all Fred needed to know.
So Angus has stopped us almost right on top of where he caught his first one last year. And if I have any say in it, I'll be the second person to catch a tuna fish in Scotland, and certainly the first American to do it. Just a waiting game at this point. Still not quite sure, not convinced that there's tuna fish around here, but time will tell.
What's up, Fred?
Just like that! Oh, there he is!
All right, Fred. You got a look at that fish?
He's huge! I have to admit, I was being a little pessimistic. Showing up here, no one's ever really seen these tuna fish around. I really was not thinking it was going to happen. Nothing can do that. It's 1:30 left to it.
For Scotland, the thoughts are of kilts and bagpipes. Bluefin would be the last thing to be thought of as Scottish, up until now.
Try not to let that line touch the boat. She's off. She's off. Well, Scottish tuna fish. Who'd have thunk us?
The sea, though, is a ship's graveyard. It takes no time for swells to amount to 10 or 15 feet, giving little chance to pull the gear in and add in.
Since the weather's turned sour, I've had to resort to being a tourist.
The roots of religion in Scotland proceed back from Christian to pagan.
Wow! Take a look at this. Scotland's version of Stonehenge. It's crazy for me to even wrap my head around how or why this was built 5,000 years ago. I mean, we're talking prehistoric stuff right here. Nobody knows why these stones were erected. There are theories that it had to do with the moon and stars and how the winter sunset lined up on the landscape. But one thing is known for sure, there is a morbid undertone. Right here in this pit in front of me, human bone fragments were found, the remains of cremated ashes.
Now, there remains one final chance to prospect for bluefin.
It's going to take a lot of work to make our baits look right to try to trick these fish. Fish on! Here we go! Yeah! Woo! Game on! There's really no research backing up fish's migration patterns to this part of the world. So we're going to try to deploy satellite tags on these fish, track their movements, see where these fish in the Scottish water is coming from.
For Fred, the waters may be new, but the battle is one he is familiar with.
I can see the bar down about 30 feet. Oh, yeah. There he is. Try to keep his head up. Don't let him dig down. There you go. You got a leader. Let's see if we can't get a tag in it. Whenever you're ready, Francis. Whenever you have a good shot. Woo! Very cool. There he goes. There's tuna fish in this water, Angus. You weren't lying. Good job, mate. I'm the second person to rod and reel a tuna fish in the country of Scotland. That's something I'm pretty excited about. It's time for me to get back to the real world.
The seas of Scotland have many mysteries that are waiting to be found. Fred's discovered a new stronghold for bluefin tuna off Scotland's coast.
He's huge!
Why these bluefin are here remains a mystery.
There's tuna fish in this water, Angus.
Half a world away, another fight is about to erupt. Sculpted from molten lava, the islands off Panama mark the spot where superheated equatorial currents and cold upwellings mix to create waters rich in nutrients for bait for marlin to feed on, which makes this perhaps the last stronghold for these great-billed fish.
The beautiful thing about this place is that we get a bonita right here in 100 feet of water, and then I got to go 300 yards to 500 feet of water, and another 300 yards takes me into 2,000 feet of water where we'll be focusing for our big marlin. Key is big bonita.
Old friend Captain Chamba, El Maestro of marlin.
My goal to get a marlin is going to be well in excess of 500 pounds.
Sound or leap again.
All right, let's get him in.
There's nothing for it but to rig up another bonita and troll again.
Okay, go out.
be the marlin that I've been after.
You ready, Narciso? Okay. Got him? Wow. Grande.
Big fish! Big fish!
Big.
Yeah! Hey, got it! On the hook.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Yeah. Okay. Let him go. Narciso.
Now one of the great ones is free to return to its stronghold.
You can see him right on the surface. Oh, thresher.